Hi, my name is Ajay. I'm a musician and pianist and teacher. I used to have a website, but I'm taking it down. I'm documenting all my blogs on the website in this video playlist. Enjoy. Okay, this blog is talking about all the gigs I did in the year 2024. As of 2026, this is end of June, 30th June today, and I've done around 45 gigs. The number of gigs has definitely increased, but you know how it is, right? Word gets out. It's always word of mouth. You get to see a musician, and that's how you get more shows as well. People see you performing and they want to work with you. So I think 2024 I played 25 gigs, 2025 I did 50, and now this year hopefully I'll reach 100. Not that I want to increase it further, I want to get better in the quality of the gigs that I play eventually. But anyway, this is my 2024 gig calendar. This is how I usually go to a gig. I carry my keyboard, there's a bag in the front. Usually there's a keyboard stand as well in my other hand, and of course phone if I have to catch a cab or something, that's always there. Reading stand also sometimes, but I don't carry a reading stand anymore because I carry an iPad, which is more useful. I made an Excel sheet actually with all these things. I collaborated with 34 or more than 34 musicians. I played 10 gigs with Rohit, 6 gigs with Aniruddha, 6 with Namrata, and 6 with Abhinav. And this was a photo from one of the Tetris shows. I think this was a wedding show, if I'm not mistaken. And we play jazz, rock, blues, pop, Bollywood, anything that comes our way. Shisha was the most amount of shows. This year I've played around 13-14 times at Shisha. Kaima, Hard Rock Cafe, High Spirits, Swig, Hayat, Novotel, Toit, AFMC, Golf Club, Pune Golf Club, Pune Club Golf Course, RSI, Eco. Eco is Elephant and Company. Thermax Events, Grandmama's Cafe, and all these, the usual venues. This is a picture from Swig KP. We get some nice food as artists at every venue. And 2 coupons for whatever drinks you want to have as well. Top venues, yeah, this is fine. Gear Spotlight. So I did 14 shows with my Yamaha MX61, which I don't have anymore because I gave it away. It was not very user friendly. PSR 473, which was my go-to keyboard last year in 2025. 4 gigs. It's an arranger, so it's easier to do duo gigs with that because you can have those backing tracks ready. Ableton 4 gigs. It was an experiment, but yeah, by this time also it had gone off. I mean, I gave it away. The other keyboards, rented, shared pianos and all that. Yeah. Do I need to go through all these gigs? I think I'll talk in short about each one of them. The first one was on 14th Feb, RSI gig. That's the picture I showed you earlier. It was, oh no, this one is not that one. Okay, this was a Valentine's show gig. Rohit got the gig for us, and the band was not 100% ready for this one, so we used a lot of backing tracks. Now, it was the first time I was using backing tracks, so I was feeling a little strange about the fact that we played using backing tracks. But the more I play with musicians, the more I realize that it's a very common practice. The extent to which you use backing tracks is also different. Like, you can just use a karaoke track and mime over it. I've done those type of shows as well. Then there are shows which have you playing your parts and the backing tracks fill up the other parts. Like, I'm playing piano, but the backing track is taking care of the drums, the bass, and the other instruments. So overall it sounds like a nice thing, which is what I prefer than using the complete backing track, which is like a karaoke thing. So anyway, this gig made me think about backing tracks quite a lot. 2nd and 8th March, Elephant and Co. This was one of my first duo gigs with Khushi. She got the contacts, and we used a lot of backing tracks because it was a new experiment for me as well. And playing for 2 hours was something that I had not done before, just the two of us. And many of the songs were new because when we do gigs, it's mostly the singer that takes the call on which songs to take because they have to be the face of the show, right? Then 4th March, Novotel, it was a duo gig with Rohit. I think it was a wedding thing. So because Rohit is a retired colonel, he has got a lot of contacts in the army thing. So I think he got a gig in those contact circles. One very interesting thing happened here. Rohit injured himself while setting up the gear. He got injured on his lip while bending down, and his ability to play was affected a little bit but he could play. He thought he could not, but he played. He did the gig, and he gave a solid performance. So that was the fourth March gig. Then 26th March was a Sting tribute show with Shreyas Karan, Shivang, and Clinton. This was a very fun show. This was the first show where I memorized everything. I did not use any charts, and I was using my Ableton. Sounds, I think I could have used better sounds, but it was fine. I worked very hard for this. I made audio notes for myself. I was like, okay, let's memorize everything. I made notes for myself. I kept listening to them again and again, again and again. So it was like constant revision for me. So by the time the gig came, I was ready. So I could actually, perform it better. Uh, then I realized a PSR keyboard would have been a better choice for this because easier that way. 15th April corporate shows, one of the best paying shows I played ever. Thermax got in touch with me through a student I was teaching at that time, and they wanted 2 duo gigs. So I got Aniruddha and Gauri. Gauri is a different singer, and Vaibhavi and I did a gig. So the learning experience was that I was handling the communication completely from my end. So I was taking care of the payments and all. So everyone that I worked with enjoyed it. So it was a good experience. Then there was a very nice show at Toit with Namrata, Tetris and Namrata. So Toit is a beer place. Everyone who stays in Bangalore definitely knows about this. It's very famous in Pune as well. She really knows how to perform, engage the audience. So we got a lot of friends and a great crowd overall. Performance could have been tighter. Yeah, we were playing. I think we had only a few gigs before that with Namrata and Tetris, but I think the show went really well. Then 30th April, Shisha gig, International Jazz Day. So the year before that, we played Jazz Day for the first time. That was one of my first gigs. This one was a nice Tetris gig on International Jazz Day. So we were very happy to play Jazz Day at a jazz cafe as a jazz band. Later in the year, this was the year when the Pune Porsche accident happened. So it affected the gig payments and the gig scene in Pune in general. But it bounced back after a few months. But it affected for a good 4-5 months. All the musicians were very much affected by that. I was not affected by it so much because I was doing mostly teaching at that time. 21st June, MLTR tribute at Shisha. My first rock gig at Shisha. Familiar tunes. Very. My Ableton gave up during the last song. I was not very, very comfortable with using that, but I was just using it because, I was experimenting. But my strings patch started sounding like something else. I must have pushed some faders over here and there. But Ableton is such a deep software that there's too many controls on that. And my MIDI controller also had a lot of controls. So something happened and the last song was ruined a little bit. So my bandmates were seasoned musicians, so it got taken care of. But after that gig, I decided I should stop using the MIDI controller for live shows, which I did. And then I decided to get a Yamaha PSR after that. 23rd June, similar Tetris and Namrata gig at RSI. I think the photo on top is from this gig. 8th August, AFMC. So Oli sir is someone who gets AFMC gigs. I played 2 gigs with him, and he does the whole thing. So he handles lights and music and management and everything. He has decades of experience with music, and we had Chris playing with us. So he's one of the best guitarists in the city. He can just call out any song and just start playing it. So I was just, like a supporting element. My challenge was if you are playing songs one after the other and you're just calling them out on the spot. I was very new to the scene. I was still getting used to the set list. So I, as a keyboardist, take some time to change patches, find the patches, etc., etc. But so that is the only thing. So if I have to start a song, I needed I'm searching for the patch. Okay, I found it. But that is something a keyboardist has to work with. Okay, they have to change patches very quickly, get ready quickly. Nowadays, I do that. But that time, that was my only challenge. The gig went well, audience had a great time. So these are all army people. So this is a still from the show. It was an indoor venue. Again, Tetris and Namrata at a wedding. We played at a wedding. So Rohit got the gig. No. Sorry, this is the picture is from Conrad, but the Hayat gig is Rohit, Vernon and me. So it was I think they were Marwadis or Gujaratis, I don't know, but they wanted jazz music but the crowd did not enjoy so much because I think it was more of a Bollywood crowd. So the gig went okay. We got a lot of technical glitches with the tracks also, but despite the issues, the show had a relaxed vibe. Usually, everyone tries to make the best of the situation, and that was the event. We don't have pictures from that. 6th September Conrad show. That's the picture from the Conrad venue. One very sad thing happened that Namrata lost her very close friend earlier that day. So she was very upset, but despite the tough circumstances, we powered through and we did the show. We wrapped up the gig early and went home. So that was a sad day. 20th September at Shisha, a new setup for me. I played with Kevin, and we had a different lineup. Kevin had Uncle Raymond on guitar, but he injured himself. Dhruv stepped in, who's a very good guitarist. There was Nick on drums, and there was me, Nick, Uncle Raymond, and there was someone else, I forget. But anyway, so this was Kevin's band, which was called Savoy Stompers. So we played our first show on 20th September at Shisha. 21st September at Hard Rock Cafe. AC, that's the guy in the front without the beard. The guy with the beard is Vernon. AC is a very good performer. He's a chartered accountant. He gave a solid performance. He went and danced with the crowd and all that. But Hard Rock Cafe in Pune doesn't have a lot of good sound because after the show my ears started ringing because it was too loud, and so I think when the drums are too loud and they are right next to you, you can't help it. So nowadays what I do is I get in-ear monitors and I can control the sound that goes into my ears. It is a better mix also, and it is better for your ear health in the long term. From the left, that's Kunal, that's me, Vernon, AC, and Dean on bass. 29th September, High Jam at High Spirits. Sai invited me to play 2 songs with him at the High Jam. We rehearsed at Vishwa. Vishwa is a place where it's Khushi and Randhir's play. Khushi, Randhir, Sarika. They host something called as Vishwa Jam. It's a weekly event, almost a weekly event organized by Randhir and Sarika. And they invite musicians, and it's a gathering, and they are doing great for the music community in Pune, where people come and they meet different musicians and they have a good time, connect, network, etc., etc., and of course share a meal. It is a vibe. It's a nice place to meet new musicians and have some fun. 11th October, Asai. Leslie got the gig, and so it was Dhruv, me, and Leslie. Nice gig, and I think it was okay. Yeah, we used some backing tracks and all, but this was the time I realized PSR keyboard has to be bought. I had not bought the PSR keyboard yet, but yeah. Then 19th October we played at Woodwinds. Woodwinds is a very nice place to have gigs because people come there and they just have a nice seating where they come and they just listen to music, and there are some snacks later on, but when the music is playing there's nothing else happening. Prachi and Rohit are excellent hosts. Everyone felt very nice, and after the show the band hung out, shared food and drinks, and we wrapped up the night on a relaxed note. So I think next year in 2025 we had a couple of shows at Tetris, and that's when I had some nice vlogs also. So I have good documentation of that. 22nd and 29th December at Kaima. This is a place called Kaima at Copa Mall, and Namrata usually plays with Vicky as a duo, but he was not in town. He was abroad. He was in the US. So we met. We had one rehearsal, and this time I had my PSR keyboard, and we had a very good duo gig at Kaima. So this was kind of a recurring gig that went on till Feb, but then that place stopped having bands, I guess. But yeah, so this is a place called Kaima. They had great food, sushi. I ate sushi all the time. And now this is 22nd December, AFMC. Again, a gig which Ollie got. Yeah. Ollie is performing with his fancy hat and everything. I think that's Chris playing solo. Yeah. Anyway, 25th December, Grandmama's Cafe. Leslie got the gig, but she couldn't make it, so she asked a singer called Merlin. Merlin and I were doing a duo set. We did a lot of Christmas songs. We had one rehearsal, and nice fun set we had. I remember I forgot to take my keyboard stand for this one, so I arranged for it somehow. No, I didn't arrange for a keyboard stand. I did a makeshift arrangement on a chair or something. But gig went well. She was playing guitar, I was playing keyboard, so it helps when there's one extra layer of instrumentation. On the same day, I played at Swig, one of the first few gigs I played with Put Together. Put Together is a band that has Jude as the singer, Dean on bass. Uh, Now we have Bijoy on bass these days, Rafi on drums, Rishi on guitar. So it was a fun set, tight set, one of the tightest sets I've played. These guys know their music. We play rock songs, pop songs. This was doing sound check. That's Rafi doing some sound check. And 28th December at Pune Club Golf Course. It was an experiment in many ways since it was just the three of us, Rohit, Namrata, and I. We had a lot of Bollywood songs and mashups. Backing tracks were not feasible in that short amount of time. PSR keyboard was brought specifically for this gig. It was a good decision. So, Rohit also got the PSR keyboard after a few weeks after I got this. I had completed my grade 8 Trinity exam, so I knew the skills. So, I had the skills to use this keyboard very well, and I did that. The sound we produced that evening was fantastic, clean, full, and engaging. Rohit got the gig and was thrilled with the performance. Then the audience also enjoyed it. Conclusion: this year, that means in 2025, my aim was to continue performing gigs regularly, experimenting with new gear to achieve better sound quality and stage presence, improve stage presence, look more confident, stay relaxed. Number 3, develop and promote my solo instrumental set featuring Bollywood music, instrumentals and pop songs infused with my unique style. So this I have done a little bit, but it has not gone out yet. So I still have to market it and make that product reach out to people and get gigs based on that. Actively push my music business forward, not just relying on gigs that come my way, but proactively seeking and securing opportunities. I think I've done that to a certain extent. I've got 2 comments, one from my dad and one from Vivek. So that was about 2024 and the gigs I did.